In this video, I'm going to show you this really awesome animating split screen effect right inside of Adobe After Effects. So let's get right into the video. So once you're inside of Adobe After Effects, you want to begin by creating a brand new composition. So we'll select new composition. We'll make sure the width is 1920, the height is 1080. We have a pixel aspect ratio of square pixels, and the frame rate can be whatever the frame rate of your footage is. Mine was 23.976, so that is what I'm selecting. Now we'll change the duration from whatever it is to 10 seconds. And we'll press OK. Now, if you haven't already, then you want to drag footage into After Effects. So just go into your Finder or your documents and drag them into After Effects. And once they're in After Effects, you just want to drag them onto the timeline. So as you can see, I've just dragged 3 video clips onto the timeline. I've got one of Waterloo Bridge. I've got one of me doing some random flips or stunts or whatever in front of the camera. And then I've got another one of the London Eye. So you want to go ahead and you want to select one video that will begin the transition. So we want to be on one video and then we're going to transition into the split screen effect. So I'm going to be on this video, the one of Waterloo Bridge. And once you've found that video clip, you want to make sure that is on the very top. So this shot is at the very top here. That is super important. So we're going to scroll roughly 1 second into the video. And we're going to press P on the keyboard to load up position. And we'll create a brand new keyframe on position. Now we'll go down to merge 1 and the S3, so that's the other 2 videos, and we'll create a brand new keyframe on those as well. Now we'll move over 1 second to the right, and we're just going to go back to the first video clip, that is the Waterloo Bridge shot from my example, and I'm just going to pull the position of this over to the left. So I'm going to pull that to around there. And then from there, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go up to the pen tool on the top of After Effects. And I'm going to draw a rectangle mask around the outside of that video. Now we'll go back to where we made the first keyframe on position. We'll go into masks, mask 1, and we'll create a brand new keyframe on mask path. Now we'll move to the second keyframe. And we'll grab those 2 frames on the right of that mask. So we'll grab this one here. We'll grab this one here. And we'll pull this all the way over to the left. Now, this doesn't have to be a straight line. This can be a diagonal line if you want to make this more interesting. It's completely up to you. So if I play this back, and I'm just going to solo this layer for now. We play this back. We transition from this into this. Now, of course, as you can see, the mask is not catching up with the position of the video. So we've got the mask coming in here, but the edge of the video is here. So we can see this line where the mask hasn't caught up. So in order to change that, we just want to pull the position of the mask over to the left a touch. And we're just going to do that one more time because it just didn't catch up with the bottom in time. And if we play this back, there we go. We've got this really awesome looking transition over. Right, so now that's created, we can go ahead and we can unsolo that layer. So we'll press that circle icon to unsolo this. We'll go to the very end of that movement and we're going to go to the video underneath that. So that is merge 4 in my example. We'll press S on the keyboard to load scale. We'll decrease the scale. We'll go to position by pressing P and we'll just move the position of this over to the right. Then we'll just move it up a touch. And as you can see, that video is going to slide in right there. So you just want to go ahead and delete those 2 keyframes that are on that video. You want to go to the final keyframe of the first clip, create a brand new keyframe on position on the second clip. We'll go up maybe half a second or 1 second to the left, and we'll pull the position of this clip all the way up. So if we play that back and we turn off the bottom layer, so we've just got those 2 layers we've just worked on showing, we've got this really awesome transition. So we've got 1 video and all of a sudden 2 videos. Now, we're just missing our last video, so I'm just going to make sure we turn that back on now. VS3, we're going to press S on the keyboard to load scale. We'll decrease the scale. We'll pull the position of this over to the bottom right corner. We'll press P on the keyboard to load position. We'll delete those 2 keyframes. create a brand new keyframe on position where everything else stops. So as you can see, that's just this point here. We'll press the stopwatch icon on position. We'll go left to the first keyframe on the second clip, so that's here. And we'll pull this one all the way to the bottom. Now, if we play this back, we've got this really awesome effect happening. Of course, though, it's not happening fast enough for my liking. I don't want to see all of this black video. I want the videos to come in at the same time. So we'll select all of those keyframes on video 2 and 3, and we'll pull those over to the point where this video starts to peel away. So pull that to the left. And as you can see, that's starting to look a lot better, but I'm still not a huge fan of the fact that everything comes into place and this video is still sliding. So I'm just going to pull this keyframe on video 1 to meet all of the other keyframes just here. So make sure all of those end keyframes are matching up at the same time. So if we play this back, we've got this really awesome effect happening. Now, that movement and that animation is a little bit too aggressive for my liking. I want to smooth in and smooth out of each one of these frames. So I'm going to select all of those keyframes that we created. We'll right click on any of them. It doesn't matter which one we select. We'll right click, go keyframe assistant and select easy ease. Now when we play this back, it's going to be a lot smoother. There we go. That's really nice. Of course, if you wanted to slow this transition down, then all you would have to do is increase the gap between those keyframes. So you just want to move the end keyframes over to the right. So we'll select all of those right keyframes, we'll pull those over to the right, and as you can see, the transition will slowly creep in. Of course, if you wanted to make it faster, you just pull all of those keyframes over to the left, and we've got a really quick transition. Of course, though, that is way too fast, way too aggressive, so we'll pull those over, and we've got this really awesome transition. Now, if you wanted to add some borders in between each video, then all you would have to do is animate those lines in at the same point that the videos are animating in as well. So in order to do this, we'll go up to Layer, New, Solid. We can change the color of this from black to whatever you like. I'm going to select white, press OK. We'll turn off this white solid for now, so we'll press the eyeball icon. And as you can see, we want this to appear around here. So we're going to do the horizontal line first. So we'll turn that back on. We'll press T on the keyboard to load opacity. We'll decrease the opacity to around, let's say 50%, so we can see what we're doing. And then we're just going to decrease the scale of this and get this perfectly sitting on this line here. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to do a mask around this in 1 second. Just get this roughly in place and then we'll pull the opacity back up to 100%. Now we're going to go ahead and do that same process one more time, but instead of creating a new white solid, we can just copy the old one and rotate and scale this up to what we need. So we'll go ahead, copy white solid 1, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. We'll press R to rotate. Change the rotation to make sure this follows this line here. There you go, that's almost there. I think 68.5 and we're there. So that's looking really awesome. So now I'm just going to increase the scale of this. We'll move this over to the right a touch. And as you can see, that's looking really awesome. So now all we need to do is just animate these in. So you want to go ahead and you want to find the final resting position, so where everything meets. So that is there. That is the final resting point. So you want to select both of those white solids, press P on the keyboard, create a brand new keyframe on position by pressing the stopwatch. We'll go to the start of the movements, that was around here. And we're just going to pull this one, that is the horizontal line, all the way over to the right. So we'll press P on the keyboard, we'll drag all the way to the right. And if we play that back, that comes in at the same time. Now we'll just do the same thing for the diagonal line. We'll find the end position, we'll go up to the starting position, and we'll just move the position of this up and off the screen. Now, like we did for the videos, we're just going to add a little bit of animation to those keyframes to smooth in and smooth out the movement. So we'll select all of those keyframes, we'll right click on one of them or double click if you're on Mac, and we'll select Easy Ease, and that will ease in and look a lot more natural. Of course though, if you don't want these lines to be on screen for as long, you can just delay them coming in by pulling the first set of keyframes over to the right. So this basically means you can see the videos animating in, but the white lines don't appear until the last second. So if we play that back from the very beginning, we've got one video, two videos come in, the white borders come in, and that's looking really awesome. Now, all you have to do to animate out of this is just do the exact same process, but just do this in reverse. So rather than animating everything in, just animate everything back out. It's a really awesome and really simple process, but it's a very fun and creative style of editing. So if you want to do some multi-screen, split-screen editing right inside of Adobe After Effects, then this is the process that you're going to have to go through to create that really awesome effect. So if you enjoyed this video or if you found it useful, then please do let me know in that comment section below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for another brand new video. See you there.